cannot join us. So I'm going to press record so that they can watch this video sometime tonight. I'm the conference producer for the Aging and Social Change Conference. Unfortunately, I will not be in Italy for the conference, but my colleague Tatiana, who is also here, will be there. I'll be online to help in anything that you need, so no worries. And so what I'll do is I'll just call out your names, and maybe you can just say unmute and say a few words of hello and a little bit more about your work and your role, with aging and social change. So Ivy, would you like to introduce yourself first?
Yes, my name is Ivy. I'm now in Canada, Kitchener. The weather is so good today. It's good for our meeting. I'm a PhD candidate at University of Waterloo, Canada. And I'm also a regulated immigration consultant and paralegal. I'm so glad I will attend this conference and see you guys soon. Thank you.
Thanks, Ivy. Pleasure to meet you. And I have you as one of our in-person emerging scholars. So it looks like you'll have to keep us all up to date about what's happening there in Italy next week. We'll all be very jealous.
I will go there, in person. So I'm so glad I will meet each one of you and all the delegates, to share our ideas.
Perfect. Philip, would you like to introduce yourself and say a few words?
Hello.
Hi, Philip.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Sure. Good afternoon. This is 4 p.m. Nigerian time. So I will say good afternoon or good morning in the US. My name is Philip. I'm a Nigerian. Presently, I lecture in the Department of Arts and Social Education, Faculty of Education. And I'm so excited it's unfortunate actually, last year I couldn't make it to Poland. This year too, I don't know, I may not be able to come to Italy also. The major factor is the exchange rate. The cost of flight from Nigeria to Europe is quite exorbitant. And I'm very sorry, Thompson, because actually I've any desire to see you. No, we have been chatting all this while through May and all that. In fact, it's my dream to see you, but unfortunately, I will participate online. But hopefully, all things being equal with my plans and my dreams, I'm planning to relocate to Europe, Poland in particular. By the grace of God, I've applied for a program in one of the universities. If admitted, I believe being in Poland, I will have opportunity to interact more, share my works and my papers and all that. This once again, I'm sorry for my
We will be able to meet. We will be able to meet next year in Sweden, maybe. Not Sweden.
Sure.
Where are we? But next year, we're not in Sweden. We're in. Geez, I'm getting my conferences and my countries confused. Next year, we're in Ireland. Geez.
Yeah, hopefully, if my plan to relocate to Europe works out, by the grace of God, I received the call for paper, I think about 2 days ago or this morning for the Ireland conference. I'm very hopeful to be there, but I'm pretty sure that one of these days I will see you.
Yes, it'll happen. Thank you, Philip. Asma, would you like to introduce yourself? Are you able to unmute?
Yes. Hello, everybody. Good morning, greetings, and whatever the time zone you are in. So my name is Asma Wan. I am with the University of Nevada, Las Vegas. I applied for the Emerging Scholar, and I'll be presenting online. My paper has been accepted for the aging and social wellness. And it's basically about that I have launched a program with my professor and trying to see the rural population post-pandemic, especially to get them connected to the social structures and all that, and to help them with the healthy aging and all that. So I'll be working through that also. And also I'll be planning to attend the next conference the next year too as well. So my pleasure to meet
Perfect.
everybody. It's a pleasure to meeting everybody here. Thank you.
Thank you. Tatiana, I don't know if you just wanted to just quickly say hi. I don't know if you're able to.
Yeah, I'm here, sorry. Yes, so I'm conference producer working with Thompson, and I will be on site doing all the local logistics. And I'm based in Granada at the University of Granada in Spain. And it's great to have you as emerging scholars.
Thanks, Tatiana. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just share my screen, go through, I know that Philip knows some of this already, but we'll go through how to engage with the conference, both for you, Ivy. I'll tell you a little bit more about moderating the sessions in person, but then also I will just focus on Asma and Philip and how you'll be moderating online. So let me know if I'm going too quickly. We are recording this. I'll send the recording around later. If you have any questions, please put your hand up or jump in, whatever you need to. So we'll do that. So there are a number of different ways to get to the microsite. You can do that by just clicking on this simple link on the webpage that says CG Scholar Event Microsite. I do want to make sure that you are logged in. You will not be able to see a lot of the content unless you're logged in. So make sure your name is there in the top right-hand corner of the page. If you're not logged in, actually, I'll just show you. It'll appear, you'll have at cgscholar.com, it will appear here, a bar at the top where you can add your email address and log in. I highly recommend that you update your profile. So to do that, you can go to your name in the top right and down to account settings. You can also click community and go to your profile here. When your names will be hyperlinked in the program. So when people click on your name, they'll be taken to this page. So update the information, they can learn more about you. We recommend that you update that and add a photo if you can. Let me know if you run into any trouble. It should be relatively easy as as updating just the information that's there via the account settings. I'm going to start off here. This is the About page on the conference microsite. This includes information like the special focus, as well as links to the annual themes and to the journal and the book imprint if you want to learn more about that. It can also take you back to that conference website that I started off at to begin with. Now, I am not presenting at the conference, so my tab here, my next tab says submit a proposal, but yours will say your proposal. On this page, it's called your presentation page. At the bottom of this page is where you will upload your digital media. Now, all online only themed paper presentations and parallel sessions are asynchronous, meaning there is no live component to the online only parallel sessions. We require that these presenters upload digital media, and this digital media acts as your presentation. You can upload a video, an embedded video, an MP4 file, a PowerPoint presentation with a voiceover. It could just be a PowerPoint, a series of slides, PDF, a number of different things. It won't appear right away on your page. There's two reasons for this. First of all, we have a review process for everyone's digital media. We look at it all just in case someone uploaded their telephone bill or something by accident. So we make sure that it's all the right documents. But we also, they'll be available the day before the conference to view when the discussion boards are open. So at the bottom of that Your Proposal page is where you can upload it. Now, Ivy, you're presenting in person, and we do encourage the in-person delegates to also upload digital media because it creates a sort of a richer environment for the online only participants who aren't able to be there in the room when you're presenting. So if you can upload your PowerPoint, you could use it as sort of a perfect, as a practice run, practicing through voiceover or something like that. But that's great. Thanks for doing that. Now, this next tab is your registration. It's information about your registration. Yours will say Emerging Scholar there. That's where you can download an invoice or anything if you want to as well. I'm going to skip this presentations tab for now and just go on to special events. This is where you can sign up for things like the online talking circle, the online welcome and training session, and as well as in-person events like the conference dinner and the case study event. Now, Ivy, I don't know if you've signed up for a case study yet. You can pick one of the 3 to go to during that time. It's complimentary for all in-person delegates, and it will be on the 2nd day of the conference. So if you haven't already, you can send me an email. I can sign you up, or you can go in and sign up yourself for whichever one you have a preference for.
Oh, okay. I will do today. Okay.
Read the descriptions and then decide and let me know.
Okay. Thank you.
And so those are the special events. Now here's the presentations tab. The first section on this presentations tab is following. Now this following tab will be custom to your profile. I might follow different presentations than you might follow. And the idea is that you will follow presentations that you're interested in. And this tab acts as a sort of quick access to get back there rather than scrolling through the program. So I'll show you how to do this in just one moment. Featured presentations. These are our emerging scholars. They're your presentations. We like to put you front and center, make sure that you have can see each other's presentations. So we can see here, there's yours, Philip. We can click on the title. It will open in a different tab to your presentation page. We will see the digital media when the discussion boards open at the bottom there. We can read a little bit more about your presentation. We can actually see that there's already been 50 people who have clicked on this page, 50 engagements already. And I'll show you we can go ahead and follow that. So back here on my following tab, I'll reload that page and we should see Philip's presentation there. There it is. Also, as I mentioned before, his name is blue, a hyperlink there. So clicking on that, it will open up. Sorry, I'm struggling with some slow internet in the office today. And Philip's done the right thing. He's updated his profile. So we can read all about it here. Add him as a peer, send him as a message, send a message, and see more about him there. By theme. If, for example, I'm specifically interested in the special focus, they're organized here by the themes of the conference, so I can see everyone that's presenting under that special focus here. As I said before, there's yours, Ivy. I can click on the title, read more about it there, and even follow that if I want to. The next tab after theme is by presentation type. So say, for example, I'm only interested in posters. I only want to see the posters. So I'll scroll down there and I'll find the poster sessions. We have a lot of themed paper presentations, and here they are. I can see them listed. If I'm only interested in the colloquiums, there they are listed there at the bottom. So it's by type of presentation. And the last one is alphabetical according to the title of the presentation. So you can see we start. So if you remember, say, for example, the title of the presentation, you can scroll down and look there as well. I'm going to head over to the event schedule now. This is the schedule. So we start on the September the 13th. If you've signed up for the conference tour, we'll be sending some more information about that by email over about the meeting spot and things like that. But there'll be more information in the tab there now. I think at the moment it's full. So then here we have this online welcome and training session. And you can see here in the subtitle, it says live online only. That means it will be live like this. It will be on Zoom, an online session. And it's actually a little bit similar to this. We sort of have a formal introduction and welcome to the conference online. We ask the people who are attending to introduce themselves. We put the links for their presentation pages in the chat so that other delegates can follow those presentations if they're interested and see the digital media that's been uploaded. And then I do, as I'm doing here, and sort of explain to everyone else how they can engage with the conference, both online and in person. I know you will now be all experts since I'm doing this for you now, but it is a nice session to attend if you can, just because it's also a nice way to learn more about other delegates at the conference. So we have that on the 13th. Then we have the pre-conference registration for those in-person delegates. Ivy, if you can make sure to attend that, we might get you to help out a little bit at the registration desk there with Tatiana, and you'll get all your material that you need I'll explain more later.
Oh,
And then we have the conference opening and welcome session, the plenary session, and a welcome reception. These are all in-person events. This one, it's live online only. It's on Zoom, but if you're unable to attend, we will record it and it will be uploaded as digital media at the bottom of this page. So you are able to watch that session afterwards if you're not able to attend. So then we start off the next day with a sort of welcome coffee and a daily update. Now, I'll use you as an example here, Ivy, just because it's the first one there. So, Ivy, you've been assigned words and actions, this themed panel presentations here. It says room 1 right now. We're waiting to confirm the actual room number, so I've just given it room 1. It will all be in the same building, and there'll be signs and things, but we'll change those rooms shortly. So you can see you have 3 presentations. The first thing to do when you get into that room, Ivy, is to just identify your presenters. So who's presenting first? You know, who's John? Who's Emma? Who's the first presenter? Who's the second? Who's the third? Each one of the presenters will have 20 minutes. So we can see that John will start at 9:15, the next one at 9:35, and the next one at 9:55. The questions will be at the end of the session. We don't have the questions in between the presentations. There are many reasons for this, but the main reason is that if you start having questions after John, you will never get to Emma's presentation. And timing will become a little chaotic. So we will give you a 5-minute end of session piece of paper. I like to go up to the presenter and say, "Hi, John. I'm the emerging scholar in this room. I'll be moderating the session. I'll be showing you this 5-minute sign when you have when you presented for 15 minutes, when you have 5 minutes left." That way they know to look for you and they know that you're keeping time. The other side of the paper will say end of session, and then that will be the end of the session there. At the end of the session, when all 3 presenters have had their 20 minutes, I like to gather the presenters together at the front of the room. And this is the question and answer time. So there's 15 minutes for you there. There's many ways you can do this. You can simply say, "Does anyone have a question for the presenters?" If sometimes, it's not very often actually, sometimes people are shy. So you might have to say the first question. I like to do this in a number of ways, and there's sort of little tricks. So as the presentations are going on, you can think about the connections between the presentations. I noticed that Emma discussed this and John discussed this. How can we find a meeting point here? You could also ask them to just talk about the relationship between their presentation and the special focus. You could think about why these papers were themed together in this panel, words and actions. Sometimes people are very eager to ask questions and you don't even have to worry about it. But these are just things to think of. Now, like the role of the emerging scholar in the in-person room, which is Ivy in this case, to sort of start the discussion and keep the time, the role of the emerging scholar in the online sessions, I'm going to use you as an example, Philip, is to do the same thing, except it's sort of in a different way. So we can see Philip is assigned to this session. And so when the discussion boards open the day before the conference, he can start viewing the digital media associated with contemporary shifts. And see already, this button indicates to me that this digital media has been uploaded. These 2 pieces of digital media have not yet been uploaded. If he clicks on this presentation, the day when the discussion boards open, and there's still no digital media there, he will be able to request that digital media. When GERD uploads that digital media, Philip will receive an email saying the digital media has been uploaded. But in the meantime, he can view these presentations. Actually, Philip, you won't be assigned to this one because you're presenting in this session. So I'm going to have to change that. That's an error. So forgive me. But you'll be able to view the digital media and then ask questions in the discussion board. So like Ivy will be doing in the room, Philip will be doing in the discussion board, asking questions to the different presenters, thinking about the connections between the different presentations, thinking about how they might disagree or agree with each other, how they might, help each other, and things like that. We ask that the online-only emerging scholars ask their first set of questions within the first day of the conference, because that allows the presenters to respond to them during the conference time. One thing that's important to note is that not each panel has a discussion board, not each presentation. So if you wanted to say ask a question to Gerd and to Audra, you would do that on the same discussion board, but maybe ask two different questions. Trying to think, I feel like I may have gone a little too quickly. Does anyone have any questions? Maybe let's just take a pause here, and if you have any questions, you can ask.
Yes. Oh,
Yes.
sorry. Okay. Please
Go ahead,
Ivy,
Asma.
then I'll ask.
Oh,
Yes, I have a question. Like, what is the timing for the online sessions? Is it the whole day, or what could be that?
so
Because
it's because the presentations are asynchronous. There's no specific time. We just ask that you ask your first set of questions in the first 24 hours, if that makes sense.
Perfect.
And the questions should be things like not just comments like great presentation, but let's think about how they've been themed together. Let's think about the connections between the presentations, further research and things like that. There's no specific time, but one thing I did fail to mention, Asma, is that when you comment in the discussion board, if someone responds to you, you'll receive an email. So you'll know if someone has responded to your question.
Okay, perfect. Because that was I was concerned, because many of the conferences that I've attended, they do have online streaming side by side. So I just want to make sure that it is asynchronous and we have to respond within the 24 hours or something like that.
Yes,
okay.
yes.
Thanks a lot for that.
And then Ivy, did you have a question as well?
Oh, yes, yeah. I just want to confirm. So each one has 20 minutes, right, for the presentation?
20 minutes.
Okay,
yes.
Then 10 minutes for the questions.
No, there's actually, if there's 3 presentations in the session, there's 15 minutes for questions. If there's more than 3, we don't have any with 4. Yes, so this one has 4. There'll be 20 minutes of questions at the end.
Oh, to the end. So first, all the presentation will be
all
done.
the presentations, then the questions.
Okay.
Because Ivy, if we do presentation question, the last presenter always misses out and doesn't have enough time. So
yeah, exactly. Okay, I have another question. So I saw in my sessions, so I will not present in that session, right? I will present my paper in another session, or I will present exactly in the same session.
No, so you're just the moderator for this session. I'm not sure when you're presenting. Let me just double check. You are presenting in the afternoon at 3:45. So you don't have to moderate your own session. So you're presenting. Maybe someone else will moderate your session when you're presenting, but you will be moderating up here. And it's not just this session, by the way. I haven't completed assigning all the moderators yet. I will send you an email so we can, when it's all completed.
Okay, that's perfect. Thank you.
Are there any other questions? I'm trying to think if I've forgotten anything. But if I have forgotten anything, you can send me an email. I'm on my email. Ivy, we make a WhatsApp group for the emerging scholars who are in person. So if there's any problems in your room, you can send quickly a message to Tatiana and she can help with the situation. Like, for example, if you can't connect the computer to the PowerPoint or something, if something technically has gone wrong, then you can send her a message quickly. So if you don't mind, could we add you to the WhatsApp group? Can you send us your phone number? Just send it to me via email or in the chat.
Oh, exactly. Okay, I will send you my email and my telephone number, my phone number.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Thanks so much. And we'll add you to that group. But with that, if no one else has any questions, I'll let you go. I'm looking forward to seeing you. Well, I'm going to see you online, and I'm jealous that the in-person people are going to be there. So I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next few weeks. And please let me know if you have any questions. Oh, thanks, Ivy. That's perfect. I'll copy that right now. Let me, before I forget, save that. Well, thank you all. Have a nice day. Nice to see you.
Thank you so much, Tamsin.
Bye.
Appreciate that. Thank
Bye.
you. Bye. Thank you so much. Bye.